Hi, this is Kendra with True TV, and I'm back with another video. And so I don't get no copyright. And because they took down my other video, that was so nice video, I wanted to put up another video because it sparked me to say, all right, I knew I was crawling up. You know, I explain things in my own way. That's the best thing I know how to do. I'm just doing commentary on others' videos, right? I like to do a lot of commentary and share with y'all my opinion on it and what I read and what I believe. And I just wanted to do commentary on this video because you don't see this enough where people show matter-of-factly this. So I wanted to take this old video. This video's old. And where this young black woman on TikTok, she showed matter-of-factly how these Native Americans that's on these reservations, let me let her show you better than I can tell you, y'all. Fair Use Act, this is for educational purpose only, y'all.
And I'm going to let y'all go, man. I'm going to let y'all go. Watch this. This is the Indian training schools. They had schools to teach them how to be Indians. Watch this, y'all. Now, look what it said. What did they do in the Indian training schools? Watch this. Such things such as, they taught them such as farming and housekeeping. Now, come on, y'all. Come on, y'all.
I love them.
If they from this land, why they teach them how to farm this land?
And he gonna get mad because the way she laughed, but it's the truth. If you need, if how you gonna get Africans to farm a land that is unbeknownst to them? Nobody, I said this in a previous video, nobody ever trained any Africans. You never see African training schools. You see Indian training schools. Where are the African training schools to train the Africans on how to farm? You see the Indians training school teaching them how to farm. And I said this in a video that I made previously that I ain't even post, but I'm gonna say it here because I'm posting it. When we go to school when we go to nursing school, right? We're going to become a nurse. That's why it's called nursing school. It's a nursing training school. When you say that you're an Indian training school, you are there. That means they're not Indian. You're training them to be it. Same way you train us to be nurses. Do you get me? You saw what she did right there? This is crazy. And the fact that a lot of Native Americans have the rights to tell brown-skinned people they're not allowed to be on reservations is insane. That's because those reservations were reserves for Chino slaves and white people to be able to, it was a land grab. This is how they got the land that they have now. Through these treaties that were made between these Mongols, these Siberian and these Mongol Chino slaves and peons, okay, these what you call them, these Slavic slaves, they got together and made a treaty to keep the true American Indians off these lands and made reserves from themselves, and then created Dawes rolls in the one-drop rule to keep you off land that are inherently ours, right? And so I love how she showed these training schools. Look at these training schools. Look what this says. Indian training school. Look at these kids. This is how they came into there. This is their first day of school. Away from home. Hold on. Make that make sense. How they away from home? They in America. How they away from home? America is their land, I thought. How they away from home? They Chino slaves. Look at what it's saying. Training school. Become American Indian. Now we're going to see what they look like after the fact. Now look at this. Will you look at this? Now you see how they did what they did? They flipped the picture to give you an illusion that the bottom picture was what happened after they civilized them. Flip that picture upside down. What happened was, this is what they look like with the suit and tie, and then once they got done with them at those boarding schools is what they now look like. They look at a white man who trained them. Do you understand me? Do you understand me? This is what they came in the game looking like. Chino slaves. Mongols is they came looking like. After they was done, this is what they look like. Look at this craziness. They want you to believe that the suit and tie was them after. It's a lie. That's why it's called Indian Training School. This was them first. This was them after. This was them first. This was them after. Indian Training School. They like you to believe that, sorry y'all for popping my gum. They like you to believe that they were originally in their little regalia where they wore the feathers. These are Chino slaves from colonial Mexico. Well, they're not from Mexico. They actually from Asia, right? Who were brought over here as Asian slaves. Some from Europe. Okay? Some of the peons. This was them. This is what they look like. After they went to those boarding schools, as when they got the headdress, the feathers. Let's see what he say as a result.
Why they teach them how to form this land? I want you to go to the Library of Congress and pull up the information about their former schools. About their Indian schools, y'all.
Your laughter itself should be enough to show how ignorant you are of the history of indigenous people.
You know, it goes to show you your whole full Siberian mixed with Japanese, and you over here trying to tell somebody about some history you don't know nothing about that you was taught from a white man. Let me tell you something. You take several seats. Now this is, again, because if you please check out the book Asian Slaves in Colonial Mexico, because it really does expose the fact that all these Native Americans know damn well that they are not American Indian. They all know it. And the reason why they keep them as Native Americans, that's why they don't claim being American Indian. They say they're Native American. Anybody that has been on America for a couple of years, the first generation of the first person in their family bloodline to be on the soil of America would be a Native American. That's anybody, right? So anybody can claim that Native American status, even foreigners, because even foreigners would be Native American. If you're the first to be, if your parents migrated from a different country and came to America, and you're the first of your family bloodline to be in America, and you've been here and having children here, your family would now be Native American. They wouldn't be American Indian. They would not be Aboriginal to America, but they'd be Native to America, right? Because Native and being Aboriginal are two different things. These are not the same things. So Aboriginal is being the first ever to inhabit the land. Native American is to be the first of your bloodline to be on foreign soil or be on a land, right? So the difference is when you're the first of your bloodline from your family to be on the land, doesn't mean there's nobody else that was there before you. When you're an Aboriginal to the land, that means that there was nobody else there before you. And if there had been an inhabitants before you, there's no longer an inhabitants that existed on that land other than your family that inhabit that land first, if that makes sense, if I'm making sense to you, right? So a Native American and an Aboriginal are two different things, but they try to make these two, when they say indigenous, they try to make these two coexist. Indigenous means Native American, right? Which still would denote to a foreigner living on the land for a long period of time that is not native to himself, right? Because he's a foreigner, right? But it's native because he's the first of his family to be on that land and have children, right? Not that he's an Aboriginal. Am I making sense? Are y'all keeping up with me? So this man, who clearly looks Japanese, he looks Japanese, a little hint of Hindustan. Yeah. And he thinks because he wear a blue necklace with some gems on it, that automatically he's a Native American. You are Native, you are not Aboriginal. You are not the original American Indian. None of y'all are. You went to those boarding schools to train to be what you are originally. That's why the Dawes Rolls was enacted. That's why they made the one-drop rule. The one-drop rule was to take all brown-skinned people off their land, point blank, period. All brown-skinned people under that one-drop rule and the 1924 Racial Integrity Act removed every single, the Indian Removal Act, that took all these brown-skinned people off of their land and allowed the land vacant for the Mongols to come in there. Some of these Mongols also turned around and married into your family and were able to retrieve the land because they married into the family. I did a video previously about how they make you think that black people were the slaves of Native American, but in fact that the American Indian enslaved these Mongols who now call themselves Native American, right? Don't be fooled and don't be tricked. We are who we are. Okay? We are who we are. The evidence and the proof is in the pudding. You're not going anywhere finding all these American Indian, that's European, finding all these American Indian statues of them looking like this and then telling me that these are Mongols. You turn this man around, his hair is nappy. You're not going to tell me that that's a Mongol man. You couldn't convince me. All these early depictions of American Indian, none of them look like Mongols. I'll give you one better. Let's look at the Tobacco Indians. All right, here we go. Who's depicted on that Tobacco Indian? Don't look like a Mongol to me. Come on with it. Sorry, I'm swerving. Look at this. 2 black boys against black boys, y'all. 2 black boys. What is he wearing? What is he wearing? Tobacco black. What is he wearing? Come on. Let's keep on with it. Let's keep on with it. Look at this. Look at this. Best Virginia tobacco. Saw the other video said 2 black boys. 2 black boys. City, 2 black boys against some Somerset House. Look at that. This depiction was in London. Look at that. Look at that. Come on. Come on. Ain't no Africa. We are American Indians. The Native American know it. Whites know it. Asians know it. Hispanic know it. North, South America. I think the whole world know it. They know who we are. Y'all make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Okay? Turn on post notification. I'll be sporadic. Stay up, stay blessed, and put God first above all else, y'all. Bye.